Hello everyone. I'm Ted. And today we will discuss Chapter 17. Employee Health, Safety, Welfare, and Social Security. And in this chapter we will be discussing Introduction, Need for Health, Legal Provisions regarding Employee Health, Safety, Types of Injuries and Accidents, Legal Provisions regarding Safety, Effective Safety Management, Employee Welfare, Importance of Welfare, Agencies for Welfare Facilities, Types of Welfare Facilities, Statutory Provisions, Social Security in India. Let's start. Introduction. To deliver satisfactory results, employees need a safe and healthy workplace. Unsafe and filthy workspots affect the mental as well as physical well-being of workers. By creating a healthy work environment, employers can easily avoid the costs relating to sick leave, disability payments, replacement of injured could be avoided. Unfortunately, the health and safety record of most employers in India, especially in the small and medium units, is very poor. There are enough reasons for this unfortunate trend. The workforce, both skilled and unskilled, is easily available at short notice. The high rate of unemployment makes it impossible for workers to demand anything from employers. The vast majority of workforce do not have effective unions to support any of the demands concerning employee health, safety, and welfare. Indian labor laws, to say the least, are pretty old and have outlived their existence. The vulnerable situation is thoroughly exploited by unscrupulous employers who seem to be excessively obsessed with making money at any cost. Moving next. Need for health. Need for health. Industrial health is essential to promote and maintain the highest degree of physical, social, and mental well-being of workers. Improve productivity and quality of work. Reduce accidents, injuries, absenteeism, and labor turnover. Protect workers against any health hazard arising out of work or conditions in which it is carried on. The HR department must ensure a healthy and safe work environment for workers. To this end, it must pay close attention to issues relating to cleanliness, lighting, temperature, and ventilation. The workplace must be free from noise pollution. Effective steps must also be taken to see that the workplace is free from dangerous fumes, gases, dust, and other hazardous elements. Moving next. Legal provisions regarding health. Legal provisions regarding health. The Factories Act, 1948, lays emphasis on the following preventive measures, SECS Point 11 to 20. 1. Cleanliness. Every factory shall be kept clean and free from effluvia. Dirt must be removed daily. Benches, staircases, passages, and the floor of the workroom must be cleaned daily so that there is no accumulation of dirt. Workroom floors must be washed at least once a week, with some disinfecting fluid. Walls, partitions, ceilings, doors and windows should be painted and varnished periodically. 2. Wastes. There must be effective arrangements for the disposal and/or treatment of waste and effluents. 3. Ventilation and temperature. Every workroom in the factory must have proper natural ventilation, permitting circulation of fresh air. The room temperature should be kept at a level comfortable to workers. The walls and roofs should be of such material and of such design so as to keep the temperature low. High temperature may be controlled by whitewashing, spraying, and insulating the factory premises by screening outside walls, windows and roofs. 4. Dust and fumes. Effective arrangements must be made to prevent or reduce the inhalation and accumulation of dust and fumes. Exhaust appliances should be employed near the place of origin of dust and fumes. 5. Artificial humidification. In cotton textile and cigarette manufacturing units where artificial humidification is used, state government rules should be followed. Water used for artificial humidification must be properly purified. 6. Overcrowding. No room in the factory should be overcrowded. There should be at least 14.2 cubic meters of space for every workman. 7. Lighting. The factory must have sufficient and suitable lighting arrangements. Both natural and artificial glazed windows and skylights used to light the workroom should be kept clean. Provisions should be made for the prevention of glare and the formation of shadows in the work spot. 8. Drinking water. The factory must provide wholesome drinking water at suitable, convenient points. All such points are marked drinking water clearly in a language understood by a majority of workers. Every such point should be away, not within 6-meter range, from urinals, latrine, spittoons, or open drains. Where the factory employs more than 250 employees, suitable arrangements must be made to provide cool drinking water during summer. 9. Latrines and urinals. The latrines and urinals are a. Maintained separately for male and female workers, b. Having sufficient enclosed space, c. Conveniently situated and accessible to all workmen, d. Adequately lighted and ventilated, e. Kept clean at all times, f. Maintained properly by employing sweepers for this purpose. 10. Spittoons. A sufficient number of spittoons should be provided at convenient places in every factory, and these should be maintained in a clean and hygienic condition. Moving next. Safety. Safety. Industrial accidents of various kinds happen in India with frustrating regularity. The worst part is that the worker is almost always pushed to a corner when it comes to receiving compensation. In fact, the life of a worker is not so precious in India. The small and medium enterprises put aside the legal provisions completely, citing one reason or the other. Even in large enterprises there is barely any enforcement of the legal provisions. Frequently, employers literally get away with murder. Serious accidents resulting in death and injury are routinely dealt with by the government and employers by providing measly monetary compensation to the victims' families. Employers continue to push workers to the limits. Women and children continue to work near dangerous machines. There is very little commitment, as things stand now, to safety-related issues almost everywhere. Moving next. Types of injuries and accidents. Types of injuries and accidents. The main purpose of effective safety programs in an organization is to prevent work-related injuries and accidents. A well-managed factory will see to it that there are no physical hazards such as slipping and falling hazards, highly polished surfaces, accumulation of water, soap, or oil, etc., on the floor. Torn or loose coverings cause the floor to be slippery. 2. Obstruction and collision hazard. Improper factory layout and space management cause collision of employees with equipment and furniture. 3. Equipment hazards. Quite often, unguarded moving parts, wiring, switches, and cards, edges of metal equipment, etc., can cause injuries to employees working in these surroundings. 4. Hazards from falling objects. When file cabinets, lockers, and shelves are not properly placed, they could fall on employees and injure them. Also, the stock materials, paper stands, when placed on the working tables might fall on employees. Fire hazards. The places where paperwork is heavy and precautionary measures taken are nil, the possibilities of accidents are high. Improper disposal facilities for smokers, lack of provision of safety cans for inflammable materials, non-existence of fire escapes and exits are the factors that contribute to fire accidents. It is necessary for the manager to see that fire protection equipment and fire extinguishers are available at all times in the factory. Moving next. Legal provisions regarding safety, Sections 24 to 40. Legal provisions regarding safety, Sections 24 to 40. The Factories Act, 1948, emphasizes the following safety provisions. 1. Fencing of machinery. In every factory the dangerous parts of any machines shall be securely fenced. 2. Work on or near machinery in motion, to examine lubricating machines. While in motion, specially trained workers wearing tight clothes are sent. Such workers are not allowed to handle belts of machines in motion, without proper precautions. Women and children should not be asked to handle such dangerous machines. 3. Employment of young persons. No young person be allowed to work on dangerous machines unless he is fully instructed about possible danger and precautions to be followed. 4. Striking gear and devices for cutting off power. In every factory, suitable striking gear has to be used to move driving belts. Steps should be taken to ensure prevention of the belt from creeping back onto the fast pulley. Driving belts, when not in use, shall not be allowed to rest or ride on a shaft in motion. Suitable devices for cutting off power in an emergency shall be maintained in every room. 5. Self-acting machines. No traversing part of a self-acting machine in any factory and no material carried thereon shall be allowed to run on its outward or inward traverse within a distance of 18 inches from any fixed structure which is not a part of the machine, if a person is liable to pass through the space over which it operates. 6. Casing of new machinery. All machinery, driven by power and installed after I-4-1949, must be encased or otherwise effectively guarded to eliminate danger to those working in the factory. 7. Employment of women, children near cotton openers. No woman or child be employed in any part of a factory to press cotton when a cotton opener is working. 8. Hoists and lifts. In every factory, hoists and lifts shall be of a good mechanical construction, sound material and adequate strength, and shall be properly protected by enclosures fitted with gates. Once in every 6 months, it shall be thoroughly examined by a competent person. The maximum safe working load shall be clearly indicated on every hoist or lift. A heavier load shall not be allowed to be carried on that hoist or lift. 9. Lifting machines, chains, and ropes. The lifting machines, tackles, chains and ropes used in every factory should be of good construction, sound material and strong enough to carry the necessary loads. 10. Revolving machinery. Safe working speed of revolving machines be maintained. A notice displaying maximum working speed of such dangerous machines should also be displayed near a revolving vessel. 11. Pressure plant. If in any factory operations are carried out at a pressure above the atmospheric pressure, proper measures shall be taken to see that the safe working pressure is not exceeded. 12. Floors, stairs, and means of access. All doors, steps, stairs, passages, and gangways shall be of sound construction and maintained in a state of good repair. They shall be free from obstructions likely to cause persons to slip, and handrails shall be provided wherever required. As far as possible, safe means of access to the place of work shall be provided and maintained. 13. Pits, sumps, openings in floors. Every pit, tank, sump, fixed vessel, opening in the ground or in a floor which is a source of danger, shall be either properly covered or securely fenced. 14. Excessive weights. No person shall be employed in any factory to lift, carry, or move any load which is so heavy as to cause him a possible injury. 15. Protection of eyes. Effective screens or suitable goggles be given to workers while scrutinizing a manufacturing process involving risk of injury to eyes. 16. Dangerous fumes and gases. No person shall be allowed to enter any chamber, tank, or pit in which gas, fume or dust is likely to be present to a dangerous extent. Suitable breathing apparatus be provided to persons entering such spaces in an emergency situation. Proper training also needs to be imparted well in advance. 17. Precautions with regard to portable electrical light. No portable electric light or any other electric appliance of voltage exceeding 25 volts shall be permitted for use inside any chamber, tank, vat, pit, flue, or confined place. 18. Explosive or inflammable gas or dust. Steps should also be taken to restrict the spread or effects of the explosion, in case gas or fume is likely to explode on ignition. Suitable precautionary steps be taken beforehand in case there is an urgency to open such spaces. 19. Precautions in case of fire. All practicable steps should be taken to prevent the outbreak of fire inside the factory. In case of fire, safe escape routes should be there. The exit routes should be marked in an understandable language. Clearly audible warning signals should be given in case of fire. Equipment for extinguishing fire should also be available. Workers should be familiar with the means of escape in case of fire, and they should be adequately trained, in advance, in the procedure to be followed in such a case. 20. Safety of building and machinery. When a particular building or machinery poses a danger to workers, it shall not be used till it is properly repaired or altered. The inspector may prohibit the use of a building or machine during the intervening period. He may ask the owner to carry out specific repairs before a particular date, in writing, 40A. 21. Safety officers. A safety officer shall be appointed in every factory employing 1,000 or more workers. He should, I. Formulate a safety policy to be followed. 2. Investigate causes of injuries and circumstances leading to accidents. 3. Organize safety education, training, and publicity at various levels and 4. Act as a technician, planner, organizer, and stimulator of safety. The state government has the power to make rules to supplement the visions listed above. 41. Moving next. Effective safety management. Effective safety management. Effective safety management considers the type of safety problems, accidents, employees, and technology in the organizational setting. The role of human beings in safety-related problems should also be looked into. Safety efforts will not be successful if we try to engineer machines without paying attention to behavioral reactions of employees. A comprehensive approach to safety includes the following steps. Safety policy. Every factory must formulate and implement a safety policy. The objective of such a policy should be to eliminate or reduce accidents and injuries in the workplace. Top management support. The safety policy must be supported by top management firmly. Safety commitment should begin with top management. The commitment manifests itself in top management's being personally involved in safety activities in a routine way, giving safety matters top priority in company meetings and production scheduling, giving company safety officer high rank and status, and including safety training in new workers training. Safety committee. To promote safety consciousness among employees, safety committees could be constituted, under the chairmanship of a safety officer. The committee should consist of representatives from workers and supervisors from various departments and levels. It must meet regularly to conduct safety reviews and make recommendations for changes necessary to avoid future accidents. Safety discipline motivation. Safety rules must be enforced strictly. Violations should not be tolerated. Frequent reinforcement of the need for safe behavior and feedback on positive safety practices have been found to be extremely effective in improving workers' safety. Rewards and certificates could be offered to employees for good safety records. To promote employee involvement and motivation, safety contests could be held, followed by incentives for safe work behavior. Safety engineering. To minimize workplace accidents, proper engineering procedures could be followed. Fencing of machinery, adequate space between machines, parts, and equipment, use of material handling equipment, safety devices, proper maintenance of machines, etc., are undertaken to prevent accidents from occurring. Safety training and communications. Safety training can also reduce accidents. It is especially useful in case of new recruits. Training in safe practices, procedures, material handling, first aid, fire prevention, etc., could be offered to them. Posters, newsletters, displays, slogans, and signs could also be used to promote safety consciousness throughout the organization. Another way to communicate safety ideas is through safety films and videotapes. Accident investigation and research. When accidents take place, they should be thoroughly investigated to find the actual reason, poor lighting, poor ventilation, wet floor, etc., as early as possible. Such an early probe is necessary to ensure that conditions under which the accident occurred have not changed significantly. Photographs and videotapes could be used to gain better view of the actual scene. In the next step, the injured employee or his supervisors should be interviewed to find out what happened and how the accident occurred. In the third place, an accident investigation report should be prepared indicating what has happened and recommending steps to prevent similar accidents from occurring. Evaluation of safety effort. Organizations should monitor and evaluate safety efforts by conducting safety audits at intervals. Accident and injury statistics should be periodically compared with previous accident patterns to find any important changes. This analysis should be designed to measure progress in safety management. Governmental support. To extend support to safety-related activities, the Government of India established the National Safety Council in 1966. The principal job of this council is to promote safety consciousness at the plant level and conduct safety programs. The National Safety Day is celebrated every year to signify the foundation day of the Council. National Safety Awards are given every year to industrial units for ensuring accident-free environments. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. This video is brought to you by Bookstune. Like this video to encourage us. Share this video to spread the knowledge. And subscribe to this channel for latest update.